how many boxing spots did you go to before you linked up with Fernand Lopez?
How many what?
How many boxing spots did you had to get accepted in?
I went to the gym named Kajin. That was the first gym that I went to.
Africa?
No, in Paris.
Paris.
How is the gym culture out there? Is it crazy, racist, or is it normal? Or
no, as I experienced. So I went to the gym. I work in the front desk. I met this lady, and I asked her for a boxing class, and
really?
she was like, okay, the boxing class is going on now, but this is the subscription. You know, this is what you have to pay. She gave me a paper, and there was a price on it. I look at it
It's crazy. It's expensive.
Whether it was, even if it was cheap, I didn't have money to pay. So what was the difference? When you don't have money, everything is expensive. It wasn't about the price. But I asked to see the boxing coach, but the boxing coach wasn't there that day. There was a guy, a substitute named Didier Camon, who was actually the guy that helped me throughout the whole process. After training, I went to see him and I explained the situation to him. I said, I just want a place to train. And that's how he get to, he said, let me talk to the main coach and I will come back to you. If you have a phone number, I would like to take it. So a couple of days after, he called me back and I'm like, the coach accepted, so you can come and train. And that's how we started to train. And 2 weeks after, because when I came, I didn't have anything. I mean, I have a pair of shoes. He gave me a clothes. He was also a big guy, you know. And 2 weeks after, he was like, yes, you have a good boxing, you know. I think as for right now, the best option for you will be MMA, because MMA is a fast-growing sport. You will have a very fast income that will help you to make a living. And I'm like, what is MMA? Then he started to explain, like, you know, it's like with wrestling and this, that happened in the cage. I'm like, I have seen that on TV. And this was back in 2013. Wow. Yeah, we are about end of June 2013. I'm like, bro, leave me alone with that, your MMA or whatever it is. I want boxing. You know boxing, right? The one that Mike Tyson did. That's what I want. I want like stand up, you know? And he was always around my ear, like whispering about MMA. And I'm like, leave me alone. I'm like, you should try. Just try and just give it a shot. And until one day I'm like, okay, let's give it a shot, you know? But how I met with Fernand Lopez, the gym closed for the month of August. Then I want a gym to keep training. That's how I went to.
He hooked you up and shit? Like, he gave you a spot to stay? Like, he just hooked you up? Like, he saw your power immediately? Or?
That's somebody named Fernando.
No, Didier.
In Paris?
No, Didier was the one that hooked me up. Didier was the one that finally gave me a place to stay. I stayed at his place for he has like an apartment that he was renting. And then he was free for like 2 months. He gave it to me for 2 months. And by the time I started to work in a nightclub as a
bouncer.
You have to fuck somebody up.
I didn't want any trouble. My situation, I didn't want to find myself in the have a free ticket, one-way ticket back to Africa. You know, so I didn't want any trouble.
No, get the fuck out the way, motherfucker.
No, I just want to sit there, hope like everything goes well. So I go back home in the next day, you know, collect my pay and go back home. I didn't want, when they start trouble or fighting, I'm like, man, this guy might make police come here, and when police come, they might have to check our ID, stuff like that. Bro, please, don't do that. Just I want my pay and go home.
Who recognized your power though? Like, you know, when Mike was young, he had amazing power for a teenager. Who recognized your strength to take you in, to get it cracking?
I mean, everything that I do, even when I was training with Didier, when I went to this first gym, everything that I went, people kind of recognize my power. But at that moment,
what was going on in your head?
It doesn't matter, you know. Even growing up, they recognize my power. my family is known for like
You
power.
were vicious like that, man. Like
No. Like even from my dad, my family, we have that reputation of like being strong, power stuff. And I remember growing up, you know, we use this gas that they look like this in the bottle. And
What did he say? What did he say?
a gas. What do you call it?
Yeah.
A gas thing. Like
a gas tank, a gas bottle. So what's happened is like I was like 21, 22. Yes, 22. Then I was living in some house that have that bottle, that gas, and then I use it. I close it. Every time that I close the gas, they will call me on the phone like, "Come open the gas. We need to cook, bro." Like, I'll be like, "I just close like this." I'm like, "Yes, but come just open like you close it because we can," you know. So that was a moment that I kind of like figured out I don't have the same power as everybody, you know. Growing up, I have that situation to find balance. When I shake people's hand, they'll be like, "Bro, you squeeze my hand." I'm like, "No, I didn't squeeze your hand. I just say hi gently." I'm like, "Yes, but you know."
How do you rate his power, Mike? Like by analyzing him. I mean, you're expert in that area.
Not only does he have good power, you can't rate. You can only rate somebody by the people they hit, and by viewing the people he hits very hard. Matter of fact, you can't even ask them. I think they're still knocked out.
No, as you.
I mean, you got Curtis Blade.
What's that black guy you fought with a Russian name? He had an Eastern European name. We'll start with an R.
Rosenstruck.
What's his name?
Rosenstruck.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna give you a fight. You just said, "Oh, I can't." Okay. Because he was talking shit about you, called you out, and you said, I don't think he understands what he's getting himself into."
Yeah. So that was the thing, and actually, like that fight was very bad. The guy was just talking, and I was very upset at that moment about like the situation with the UFC, and he was fighting, and I was just laying down waiting for a fight. They wasn't giving me a fight, and then he started calling me, and he became like the man. I'm like, yes, he's undefeated. He's this, he's that, and then he called me out, and they say they give him the fight, and he was like, yes, I'm gonna be the first one knocking Francis Ngannou out. There's this big guy and this. I'm like, bro, I think you're not there yet. Until we get in the octagon. You know, it's easy to talk shit when you don't have somebody in front of you.
He kicked a lot of people's ass, though.
Yeah.
He's talking a lot of shit.
Yeah. So when we get in the face off, in the face off, I look at him like this. I saw like he was like, damn, what did I just do?
Get myself into it.
The fight day, we get in the octagon. I stare at him across.
Put that fight in there. You put the fight in there.
I stare at him across.
You're that big, strong motherfucker too.
Yeah. I stare at him across the octagon, and then I look at him. I'm like, he was like, "What did I just do?" So that
left hook, fast.
Oh my God,
he's dead. Motherfucker's dead.
I was so frustrated. I'm like, "What am I even doing here?"
Look at me,
so
still dead. He's still out.
Guy like, okay,
He's
I'm
still
going back
out,
home.
man. The motherfucker's still sleeping, man. He's fucking lunching, man.
But and then after I watched that fight, right after the fight, I turned around and I asked Eric, my coach, I'm like, what just happened? Like, what did I just do? What was that? Like, I was just throwing stuff like, what is that?
Look at him. He fucked up. Oh, man.
It's crazy how your coach states that, you know, you should do MMA, but a lot of your wins is from like
punches.
I never like really like
killer punches. Like
I was never really like MMA stuff, you know, until like I get the UFC contract. Then I'm like, then I think I need to do this right.
Okay.
Because it's whether you do it or you don't do it. You don't do it halfway. You know, that's the moment that I really get into MMA. But otherwise, for me, it was just an opportunity. Like, I love fighting. Yes, I was having fun. Then fight sometime and get some money. It was cool, you know. But then I get the UFC contract, and I'm like, okay, this is not just to make fun anymore. You have to go all in, you know. that's where I really like.